Hello friends, welcome to one more important aspect of business presentation skills, and today we will discuss that how to handle the audience question during a presentation. Friends, whenever a question has been asked to you by anyone sitting in the audience, try to give the most appropriate answer to that question. Because friends, audience are majorly interested in the most exact details of what they have asked. They are not interested in any roundabout explanation. So the very first rule is try to give the most specific answer to the question that has been asked to you. Now the second point is, in case you do not know the answer of a question, then instead of feeling embarrassed, try to throw that question to everyone sitting in the audience. Someone will definitely give the answer. And once you get that answer, try to explain that answer in your own words to the person who has asked the question. It will increase your knowledge also, and it will deepen his knowledge also. This is a very crucial aspect. Now the third point is always encourage your listeners to ask questions, ladies and gentlemen. During question and answer session, the responsibility lies on your shoulders at the very first place. This is the third and the most basic rule and the most crucial rule of business presentation, ladies and gentlemen. Always encourage your viewers to ask questions. In most of the cases, we see that viewers do not ask questions just because they feel shy. But if they are not asking the questions, how will you come to know that whether they have understood you properly or not? So in order to establish your credibility, in order to understand that whether people have understood you clearly or not, it is your responsibility to force them to ask questions. Always encourage people who are watching you to ask relevant questions. If they ask questions, only then you will be able to know that what are the questions related to the topic that you have discussed, because in most of the cases, we are also aware of only the few aspects of the questions that might be asked during presentation. But when a person actually starts asking the question, then we exactly come to know that what are the different categories of questions related to the topic that you have just discussed. It increases your knowledge at the very first place, ladies and gentlemen, so that whenever in future you are giving presentation related to the same topic, you are already aware of the questions that might be asked, and you are already prepared with the answers of all those questions. So it is very important to always force your viewers, your listeners to ask questions, so that you become aware as a presenter that what can come next in your future presentations. This is very credible task, ladies and gentlemen. It holds your credibility as a presenter, establishes your reputation as a highly competent presenter. People feel that you are such a person who is interested in solving their problems, and once you establish this reputation of a problem solver, you will be the best presenter in the world. So always force your audience to ask as many questions as you can. So two criteria: firstly, try to encourage people to answer the question, and secondly, try to force the audience to ask as many questions as they can. These are the two basic rules of answering question and answer round, ladies and gentlemen, for establishing your credibility as a thorough presenter. So always bear these two things in mind, and you will always establish your reputation as a thorough presenter. That's what I wanted to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.